Hi there, my name is Dax, I'm head of production in my company, and today I will be reviewing the objectives module in my Q7 Leader. When I log into the objectives, my default view here is my team. So as I'm head of production, I will see the whole team of production, 13 members in total, but I'm only a manager of 5. So to filter on only my direct reports, I will use the filters, find the filter relation, and then select manager. If I want to use this filter later on, I can always save it by going here. And then I can retrieve it at any point in time later for easier access from here. So like this. Otherwise, I can also manage my personal objectives here. So this is the list of my personal objectives. Currently, I only have one, and they're always by default filtered by only the active cycle. However, I can also filter out the objectives from the current cycle. As we can see, I don't have any objectives in the 2023 cycle, but it's possible to do it. You can also do that for your employees. If I want to add a new objective, the process is very simple and it's the same for whether the objective is mine or it's for the team member. The only thing I need to do is I need to click on the little plus icon here and I will get on this page. Here first I need to choose the cycle, so I will choose the current one. I need to choose the type of the objective. We have personal, business, and weighted. Choosing the weighted type of objective will add an additional field called weight. That will be a percentage of the weight of the objective. In my case, I would like to choose a personal objective. Then I will need to define the due date. In my case, it's going to be the end of the cycle, which is the 31st of December. And then I need to choose the metric type. Metric type is how you decide to track your progress. So if I choose yes or no, then achieving my objective will only be between those two options. The objective is either achieved or it's not achieved. Then I can choose euros or dollars for commercial objectives. I could choose percentage, and I could choose numeric for any other kind of objective that is not related to euros or dollars or that is not a percentage. In my case, I will simply choose percentage. Last question is the approval required. This will depend on your company policies, so you need to consult with HR before you create your objectives to know whether you need to approve the objectives or not. In my case, I will choose that yes, and then you need to write the title. Then you can write the description and the measure of success. Then I need to define the target goal. So we said that we measure the progress in percentage. In this case, I'm going to say that the target goal here is 100%. The team member is always by default selected. Whether you create your own objective, it will be directly assigned to you, or if you create it for your team, then it will be directly assigned to your team if you go through the team view, as I showed you previously. So at the end, I'm going to save my objective. And then this new window with feedback will appear here where I can track my progress later on. So the target goal is 100%, and at any point in time, I can update my objective and I can say that I've achieved 30%, for example, now, or I can move this bar here and the percentages will update automatically. I can also change the status. So at this point in time, it's on track. And I can also add comments that will be saved with today's date. Don't forget to always save the change if you're tracking the progress. And those changes will always be logged into the log here. So whether it's your own objective or it's your team's objectives, all the changes that you or your team or your manager for your own objective apply to the objectives will be logged in here. The last thing I want to do is, since I said that I would like to activate the approval process for my objective, I need to approve this objective. So for me, this objective is done. Then I need to consult with my manager whether he or she thinks it's ready. But for me, it's done. So I'm going to approve it. And then my manager will receive a notification like I have here for some of my team's objectives to approve my objective as well. So as you can see here, the status has changed to pending approval by other, meaning the other is the manager. So if I go back to the objectives now, in personal, I will see the new objective as well. And then later on, I can also update the progress directly from here. So I can click on update objective. I can change the percentage here, say 50%. I can add a new comment. And if I want to not update the progress, but only add a new comment, I can also do that. If at any point in time my objective is not valid anymore, I can either cancel it, or if there's a new objective replacing it, I can simply replace it. If it's no longer valid and I don't need to keep it here, or it's a duplicate, then you can also delete the objective. It's also possible to export the objective in a PDF. Once your objective has been completed, you can simply complete it here, so the status will change to completed. You can do all of these things for your team as well. So if I switch to the team view, I'm going to activate my direct reports filter, and then I will see only my direct reports. So I can review the file of Kendra. Here, if I go to her page here, I will see all of her objectives in the current cycle. I can also filter on 2023, so I can see all of the objectives. And I will see there are any objectives here that need to be approved. In this case, they're all approved both by me and by Kendra. But if I need to approve any of them, then it will say pending approval by you. As you can see, this objective here has been completed. This is not started and this is at risk. And I can do the same thing that I'm doing for my own objectives, which is update them from here, write comments, change the status, write a new comment. And I can also cancel the objective, replace it, complete it, delete it, or export it in a PDF. I can also view my team's objectives via the team scan. So if I switch to the team scan view, the filter is always my direct report, so I will see my 5 people. I can go to Kendra's individual profile. You're already used to this page, so you already know what it has. But then a new page has been added in the notes. So here I have the notes, and next to it, you will see the objectives. They are always filtered by the actual cycle, by the current cycle. So I will see the 3 objectives that we also saw via the objectives module. And I also from here, I can do quick updates and write comments on those objectives. And I can do the same thing. I can either edit the objective directly from here. I can cancel it, complete it, replace it, delete it, or export it. For watching.